Hello friend, I hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to bring back a topic that I have covered before, but I felt that it was important to kind of put it back at the top per se, plus my film setup has changed dramatically and I have grown and learned a lot just having this channel for almost 2 years now, so I just wanted to redo a couple of my more popular videos. So today we're going to be talking about why small tanks are harmful for bettas. A lot of people have been told that these are bad for bettas, and that is right, but I always love to, when I hear something, I love to do research and find out why. Why was I told this, and why is this true? So today I've come up with all of the points so that you know why small tanks are harmful for bettas and you can make a better decision. I almost said better decision, but I know that would have been cheesy. Number one, water quality. A betta bowl has a much smaller quantity of water in it than say a 5-gallon. This means that waste and toxins will build up a whole lot quicker, and this can become very harmful and stressful for your betta. When your betta is stressed, he's a lot more susceptible to disease, so this can cause a whole slew of issues, and trust me, you do not want to go there. Reason number two, limited swimming space. I'm sure this is pretty obvious, but in a smaller tank, bettas are not going to have really any space to swim around, especially if you're putting other things in the tank already. It's already small, but if you're putting things in there like pebbles and maybe a plant, then that's going to confine his swimming space even more. When a betta does not have a lot of place to swim around, some are more active than others, but as a general rule, bettas are quite active. And when they don't have enough space to swim around and explore, they can get depressed, they can get bored very easily. They can also develop back issues because they're just kind of swimming in circles. So the more space, the better. I almost said the betta again. There's so many betta jokes I could do right now, but I'm not going to. Reason number three, inadequate oxygen. When they're in betta bowls, there's not enough space to put anything that introduces oxygen into the water. Even if you have a sponge filter like I have in these, it really helps to oxygenate the water. You can see the bubbles rising from the bottom to the top. Now, one thing to remember is that bettas are labyrinth fish, and that means that they can live in stagnant bodies of water with limited oxygen. But a lot of times it is nice to add a little extra source of oxygen to the water just to help them out a bit. You don't want them spending all their time going to the surface to take in oxygen because they just cannot get it from the water. Reason number four, the water parameters will be extremely unstable and unpredictable. Like I said earlier, the toxins and waste buildup will cause things like ammonia, nitrites, and nitrates to spike. And you really want to watch out for ammonia and nitrites. Those are the most dangerous. But ammonia and nitrites often come from food that breaks down and also the waste that breaks down in the fishbowl. And because there's not a lot of water in there, it's going to build up very quickly, and it can overpower your fish. It can make him sick, stressed, and make him susceptible to disease. This is why in a lot of betta stores, when the bettas are in cups, you'll see them sick. So many bettas in cups are sick, and this is one of the big reasons, because if you'll take a betta from that cup that's been sitting in that same water for weeks and sometimes even months, if you will just put them in clean water, just clean water, if that's the only thing you changed, although I know a lot of people change more than that, but if the water was the only thing you changed, you would see a dramatic difference. It's huge. Clean water is everything for a betta fish. The last point I want to make is that in betta bowls and smaller tanks, a lot of times there is just not adequate space for the essentials that you need, namely a heater, a good filter, and just some plants and decor to make your betta feel at home. The more of these things you try to cram into the bowl, the less space your betta has to swim, the more stressed he is, and it's just so much harder to maintain. A lot of people think, well, a small bowl, that's gonna be easy to maintain, but here's a scenario. If you put your betta fish in there and you somehow find a filter that's small enough and a heater that's small enough, and then you find some decor, more and more of that stuff's gonna go in there. Your betta's going to be stressed. If you're not continually doing water changes to maintain all the ammonia and nitrites that are raising from the waste in the food, then that's going to come in and stress your betta and make him more susceptible to disease. Being crammed in there with a bunch of stuff, that's going to make him stressed, and then he's going to get sick. I'm just gonna stop there. Just thinking of that is enough to drive me insane. In reality, bigger tanks, they are easier to maintain because you really don't have to do many water changes. I do a 50% water change every week, and that's been enough for me. These tanks really have been very low maintenance. The most that I have had to do as far as these tanks are concerned is just rescape every now and then whenever I want to. That is the only thing that really takes me the longest, is if I'm just pulling everything out and rescaping. Just your day-to-day regular maintenance, it doesn't take long, and your Betta will definitely live longer, be healthier and happier and stress-free, and everyone will be happier overall. All right, friend, I hope this gave you some clarity as to why Betta bowls are not ideal for Betta fish, and really any tank smaller than 5 gallons. If you're new, I hope you will consider staying, subscribing, and joining the family. I am honestly kind of blown away with how everything is growing right now. There seems to be more traction to the channel, more people are finding it, which makes me really happy because there is so much beneficial information. It's all free on here, and I know that it will help a lot of people, including you. So if you have not hit subscribe yet, consider doing so, or at least check out the videos that I have. I'm sure you will find some that will really help you and change your fish keeping game. And one more thing before you go, if you haven't, go to the description and click the link to my free Facebook group, the Betta Fish Forum. You're gonna love it, trust me. Enough said. It's a wonderful community and I love the people inside it. Okay, friend, I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you soon.